But here we are.
Here we are. What's going on, guys? We were just talking about camera. I think mine looks pretty good. I'm on my Dell. I'm usually on a Mac, but my
You look
Mac is like,
beautiful. Look at this beautiful black excellence here that we have going on right now.
look at what's happening. Sorry for the tardiness. I was having some computer issues and had to switch up. Welcome to Just Geeking Out. I'm Lawrence St. Victor.
The L, if you put your hand up, the one that makes the L is your left.
To the left of me is my cousin. Well, it depends.
It
As I'm
depends.
facing you, you're on my right. But if I was facing the audience, you'd be on my left.
Sure,
So stage left, my
sure.
cousin Christopher St. Victor. How are you, sir?
Brother, good man. Living the
How
dream.
you smoking your cigar?
Yeah, as a gift from a friend. This
Cheers.
Rock Hotel. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Sophistication, grown
yeah,
man.
you know.
We got somebody in the chat.
Who's
Yes, Chris and Lawrence here. Yo, can I tell you before we get started? Me and etc. was having a full-on debate in the comment section of the Superman trailer video that we made a couple of days ago.
At this point, he's just a friend right now.
Well, me and him, we're actually gonna do a video together, where we kind of talk about what goes into making Superman, what we think makes a good Superman film. And we're probably going to talk about every iteration of Superman because he loves, maybe loves too strong of a word, etc. But he loves like Man of Steel and Zack Snyder. And I appreciate Man of Steel, but I see all the flaws in it. He is not liking what James Gunn is doing at all. And
Really?
I'm obviously completely disagree. So we both love Superman, both love Christopher Reeve, but have different points of view on James Gunn and Zack Snyder. So it should be a pretty fun conversation. And if you're there to kind of be our mediator, our
Yeah, let
Batman
me
guy
know. I'm
in the
there. I'm
middle,
there.
you know. But welcome to Talking Geek, everybody. This is where we talk about all the geek news, or really the geek news that we care about. But before that, how was your week, man? What geeky news do you have for us? How
I
was your week?
have. My week was good. Worked. I don't have much geeky news though. I didn't spend much money. Just car stuff. All car stuff.
All car stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
More, that's boring to me, but I know for you, that's like
Yo, look way bad trad. WAYBADSRAD. So look me up on Instagram. You hear that Corvette came back. That bad boy is chopping, man. She's
that
making
Corvette.
power. She's
Wait, hold on.
making power.
Have you put it on Instagram?
Yeah, yeah,
Your. Oh, I didn't
yeah,
see it.
yeah. I just posted it today.
Hmm.
But she got big cam headers, nitrous. She's just chopping, making
Oh,
power,
you're back to you're back to
lowering property value.
2002. Oh my
I
gosh.
never got off of it.
Well, I did some geeky stuff, Chris. Well, I already told you some of it, but I just went to the comic book store,
There
even
you
though I
go.
got a bunch of comics I haven't read yet, and I picked up. They finally like started reprinting Absolute Batman 1, and we talked about this, Chris. You already have them, but you haven't read them.
I've not read them.
It's amazing. Well, at least issue 1. I can't. Maybe it gets whack. I don't know, but issue 1 is amazing, and the art style is kind of like Tim Sale, like a Long Halloween sort of
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit
Batman is wide, broad chested. It's like a
wide.
combination of Frank Miller
It
and
really
Sale.
is.
I
It
like it.
really. He's like just jacked and mean. I'm loving it so far. And I picked up these Batman issues, which pretty much starts Batman Hush 2,
Mm.
the sequel to Hush. Which
I have that. I
did you
picked that
get
up
these?
Yeah, I picked it up last week.
Did you start reading it yet?
Nope, have not.
People don't like it. A lot of people are coming under fire of some of the things in the issue.
I mean, Hush. So they had a Hush sequel, Hush Returns, I think.
Yeah, but I think this is the official because it brings Jim. It brings the same creative team back.
Oh, okay.
Wish I could say that, Chris. Today alone, I dropped over 250 to.
Oh, here's the
Oh,
Lego Classic Batman. I saw that, etc.
I
Look,
see that every time we go. I take my son to the
that's
Lego store all the time. That is
yeah.
wait, is that's the
The
66, right?
66, yeah, they have the
Yeah, yeah,
66, the
yeah.
big 66 one. So I built the 89. I'm building the 89 Batwing, and I have the DB5 from James Bond, and that's gonna be my next vehicle I'm gonna buy. But then I got no place to put them.
Is the 89 Batwing like huge?
It's pretty big. It's big.
But it's Lego, so you can't really mount it to the
You
wall.
can mount, yes. So they make it so you can mount that one specifically to the wall.
You have to.
You have no choice.
Where that's sick. Where are you gonna
Yeah.
put? You
No
don't
idea.
have. You have space for vehicle. Well, yeah, you're gonna put all your
No,
vehicles on the wall soon.
I'm gonna, yeah, but then I, look, I just need to buy another house. That's what I need to do.
I feel you. I gotta talk Shay. Like Shay, listen. I know we like where we live. I like this house, but
But my
I bought a
toys,
lot of
babe.
toys. Speaking of toys, I did an unboxing of this guy. This dude is sick.
Love the
Mayfex
jacket.
Superboy. The
Love the
jacket,
jacket.
dude, it's actual like pleather and it's
Nice.
wired. So you can really like you can
So you
pose
can
with it.
have it open like that's
Yeah,
cool.
you can like the wind's blowing and taking it.
Nice.
Eh,
I,
Sick.
that's fine. I have not bought any new figures in a long time. I went down a rabbit hole. I bought a bunch of used figures, bunch of
I ain't mad
classic
at
GI
that.
Joes. Remember Incredible Crash Dummies?
Yeah, yeah.
I bought some of those toys. To complete, I had a couple sets that were incomplete, so I completed the ones that I had. And
Mm.
I'm looking at Mask. I'm looking at a couple other
See
things.
that? I mean,
Bionic Six. Remember Bionic Six?
the problem with this, Chris, is you're trying to do nostalgia when we were born during the toy apocalypse.
Yeah.
When like every cartoon, every commercial, every rated R
Everything
film that
had,
wasn't made for kids had toys.
even every radar film. Rambo. Come on, man.
So how when do you cut off this nostalgia? Because you
I
it
don't
can go on for
know.
Karate Kid, Chuck
Kid.
Norris kind of
I
cartoon.
I don't. And I have the bad guy from Chuck Norris, the ninja. I have it.
The black
I don't.
the
I have
black
the
one.
black ninja. The black with
So
the
do
red.
I.
Yeah. In
I'm not
fact,
big.
we probably got it together if we both have it.
I think we both had Chuck Norris Club. You had the car. Did you have the car?
No, I didn't have the car.
You didn't have the car, like the
No,
Corvette.
no, I didn't.
I felt like you had the car. I had a
No,
couple Chuck Norris and the Purple Ninja,
I
like
just had the
with
blue.
the hair out. I think he was like
Okay,
the leader. Um, Yo, I also got this guy because I had a Target gift card.
there you
This
go.
Hawkeye, not
That,
Hawkeye. What am I saying? Green Arrow, but
that's a
he's
cool
like
video.
Green Arrow's son, Connor Hawk, who's kind of supposed to be black, depending on who draws it, because he's biracial. They didn't get the memo on this,
Nah, nah, they definitely didn't get the memo on that one.
but I like sidekicks and factions, so I'm gonna
That
stand
one
them with
cannot
my
say the N word. I'll tell you that. He does
South
not have it. He does not have an N
South.
word pass.
I'm gonna stand in with my Injustice Green Lantern, and Green Arrow, and I still got this Green Lantern here from like a month and a half ago, 2 months that I have not opened yet.
That's cool.
I might return them now because you
No,
know.
what are you talking about? Come on,
All right,
come on, come on. You know that's not gonna happen.
all right. And watching stuff. I haven't really watched anything solo leveling, but you don't care about that.
No, I don't care about that.
I'm behind on
Oh,
the last part.
Love, Death, and Robots came out. I
I
watched it.
binged it like this week.
I did too.
Um, Lawrence will like this being a wrestling fan. I purchased my third Bret the Hitman Hart same issue with championship in all pink colors, a Scott Steiner, and it just okay,
Oh,
wait.
Justice Lord Batman.
That Bret Hart is that's where they come with like are those the line of figures that come with cloth goods? I think I got the Rock, and he came with like a shirt or something. I love the Scott Steiner. Big Papa Pump or old school? I'm a little out of touch with my wrestling figures. And that Justice Lord Batman is actually pretty sick.
So I only have it in
And Dusty
it's
Rose, yeah, baby.
yeah, I have it in not superpowers, but just League Unlimited. I have a couple of them in a couple
McFarlane
releases like
made it
that.
in the DC multiverse style,
And
and
yeah, I
it
have
looks
one of those.
really good.
Yeah, and
It looks
I think
really
I have
good.
do I have a superpowers one? Maybe it's not superpowers, but I have like two of them, two or three of them, but small ones. No McFarlane ones.
Yeah, no, they look sick. I mean, they look sick. Did you double up, or are those just in box? Um,
etc. Trigger has them in box. He
no,
hasn't opened nothing.
he doubles up sometimes, so he'll double
To
up
open it?
if he really loves it.
etc.
Big
This is
Papa
true.
Pump. Yo, that dude was roided. I mean, just
And
juice.
bologna sandwiches.
WCW. Okay, which I think was his strongest run for sure. Right. Although him and Triple H was fun going back and forth. Um, let's get to why we're here, Chris. So
Let's do it.
bear with me, guys. I'm on a different computer. It all should still kind of work the same,
It should. Very.
although Dell's PCs.
Dude, you're getting Adele.
I, was that a commercial?
Yeah, that was a commercial.
Okay, so this is gonna look messy than a mug, but I want to do.
I think if
Oh,
you click on one of the pictures, open it up, it'll
yeah,
start like it'll start
a thing.
like an album. You can go through each picture. You can go through this.
Okay. Uh, here we go.
And let me tell
So,
you what. Oh, go
what
ahead.
the heck? I'm sorry. No, no.
While you figure out preparing for this, I went down a trailer rabbit hole.
Oh,
Wednesday two
talk
trailer
to me.
Wednesday two trailers out. Didn't realize it. The Nobody two trailers out. Didn't realize it. I watched that. There's some good trailers
I
out right now.
know. Nobody too is.
I love Nobody. I love that movie.
I didn't even see it, but the trailer too looked so. Okay, I think I got the hang of it. Um. Okay. So first up, I want to talk to you about Superman, man. So, do you see this? You're not seeing it.
So just yeah, double click it
I
and
did.
then let it open up, or hit Alt Tab, maybe open it in a different window, and then you should be able to use it as a slideshow.
Huh?
Double click. Oh, open up that first picture you got.
I did. Sorry, everybody. I'm on a different computer.
Hit Alt Tab. Maybe it opened up behind that window.
We're at Alt Tab.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Press the button that says ALT,
I am.
and then press the button that says TAB together, and tap one of them. Like tap it.
Oh, why don't you say so? Alt Tab, Chris.
Yeah.
I didn't know why you
Yeah.
didn't say in the first
I don't
place.
know. I don't know. I should have been clearer in my description of pressing Alt Tab together.
I did. Now what am I doing?
Keep pressing it till you see the picture blown up. Because if you open it up, it's probably opened up behind the window.
I see.
This is what happens when all you do is work on a Mac, and
I
you just have to start slumming with this PC,
Okay,
folks.
listen. I'm just gonna do it the way I know how. So first up, we're gonna talk about the Superman trailer because there's a bunch of there's some Easter eggs that I think we'll enjoy.
So we didn't talk about that when we did our initial reaction video.
We didn't talk about well because we just we didn't really have time to really we didn't get a chance to
There
really
you
look
go.
at everything. Um, but if you see here, this is an image of the trailer of him walking, and in front of him is Stag for like Stag Industries,
Yep.
and that's pretty much the people who created Metamorpho. So like that's his villain, and Metamorpho is like Metamorpho. Stag's daughter is also like Metamorpho's love interest.
Uh,
So that actually might play a part, or just might be really cool.
do you remember
Uh,
the episode of Superman the Animated Series where they introduced Metamorpho?
no.
You know?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, there's an episode with him in it.
Marvel Studios is a no-win situation with black representation. Yo, Kevin, we gonna get there because you know we gonna talk about Ironheart. We gonna get there. Superman trailer was just okay. People in Hollywood is rooting for James Gunn to get a win over Marvel Studios. Man, Kevin, I gotta
Uh,
strongly if it was just okay, like what are we asking for a Superman movie? I don't what are we asking for,
he's
etc. Don't
flying.
answer this. I already know your
He's
answer.
yeah. He's flying. He's punching giant monsters, and he's
Lois and
fighting.
Clark are kissing. Like, what else?
That's Superman.
Superman. I just want to do good. I don't understand. Um, and then we have this image right here. Let me share this bad boy. We have Rick Flag Sr. is in this, which is very important because when we talk about that Peacemaker trailer, like he's another
Yep.
piece of the connected tissue, right? Of now where are we, Chris? I hate this.
Uh,
I
I
hate
don't,
this.
I don't know.
I don't like I don't like Max.
You don't.
I mean Dells. I'm not a fan of what's happening here. But basically we have Rick Flag Sr. here, right?
Yep.
So which is connecting the universe to Peacemaker, which is connecting the universe to Creature Commandos. And when we see Rick Flag, which is very interesting to me because we see Rick Flag and we see him walking with a couple people. We see him
Who's he
walking
walking
with
with?
well, when Superman gets arrested in the trailer,
Yep.
we see this right here, right? So this leads me to believe, and because Spin Masters just released their toys, so we have an official name for the guy with the U, which is Ultraman. It's
Man,
official. That is
which
Ultraman.
which we suspected. And you know what, Lauren? It's funny you say that because majority of the leaks that come when they have like a figure, it comes from toys.
They
It
they're,
always
they're
comes.
leaking the movie,
Yeah, they
but
have to because they need the models to create the toys so the toys are ready when they hit.
right,
But
and it's
remember Black Panther? They leaked the whole Wakanda. They leaked a bunch of stuff with the Lego sets.
but like it's like y'all want people to buy these toys. Um, so you see, and that woman is called the engineer, Chris. We saw like getting busy in the Forces of Solitude, right?
Yep, yep.
And she's kind of a anti-hero. She's kind of a hero too. So we saw her with Lex Luthor, but when I see Ultraman and the engineer walking with Rick Flag Sr., we know he's a good guy. You know, he might work for, Amanda Waller, we saw in Creature Commandos, but he is like one of the good guys here. So this group, whatever this is, it doesn't look like Superman is getting apprehended by like diabolical political
Right,
figures.
right. What's gonna happen
Or if
is
he is, Rick Flag is one of the good guys.
yeah, it's
Um,
probably what's gonna happen is they're gonna bring him in on suspicions of whatever from one of his battles, and they're like stand down Superman, and he's gonna give himself in, and I await my day in court, my time in court. That's
yeah.
how it's gonna play out.
But it was interesting is Ultraman, like he saw him fight Superman. It's almost like did they built their own Superman. So if it's Ultraman like the comics, then it's Superman from a different universe. Or what I think it might be is where he's wearing a mask is because that's a clone of Superman.
Yeah,
And I hope that clone starts to
and to
degrade.
dissolve. Yep.
I
Fingers
mean, what are we
crossed.
doing here?
Fingers crossed.
You know? Or for you Snyder fans, that mask comes off and it's Henry Cavill. They would lose their
Oh
minds,
my
Chris.
goodness.
They would lose their
Goodness.
minds. Um, then we have this other Easter egg right here, which I think is pretty interesting. Um, so I think I told you what I thought I caught, and it's true. If you see in the background here, Metamorpho is like turned his hand into kryptonite.
Kryptonite, yes, because he can
That's
he
why
can
they
mimic
get
any element, right?
yeah, and that's why like they're getting busy on soups,
Right.
busy. Um, and then right here, which is kind of cute. I think it's cute anyway. Um, Superman in his bedroom as a kid, right?
Oh, good. Yeah, I like that clip.
If you see, it has the poster, the mighty Crab Joys, and
Right.
I believe it's a T-shirt Frankenstein was wearing in Creature Commandos.
Oh,
So it's canon, and I think someone said behind him the pen there's a pendant. I guess that metal, which is like Smallville Giants, which are no that flag on the wall. Excuse me, Smallville Giants. So in the post-crisis Superman, that version of Clark was a star football player in high school. Like he actually didn't develop his powers fully till a little later, but he did play football. He actually was kind of a cool guy in school. So I wonder if this Clark wasn't incredibly bumbling.
which you think would be kind of you know if you're an athlete and you're tall and you're big and you're somewhat good looking, that's the metric for a popular kid in high school, right? So it
Uh,
makes sense that Clark would be popular.
it depends. That version of Superman in the comics Jonathan and Martha Kent weren't forcing him to suppress his abilities like that.
Mm.
Whereas Smallville, it's very similar to Man of Steel. Like you can't play football. You can't.
Yeah.
So, and same thing with Christopher Reeve, Superman movie. Like Clark was putting, he was like the water boy. He's in charge of the equipment because he wasn't allowed to play. So,
You know who had the best handling of childhood superpowers? The Incredibles. Where Mr. Incredible's like, win, not by too much, just a little bit. Yep, slow it down. Okay, see that.
it's like
With that.
Incredibles is still, maybe until July, is the best Fantastic Four movie.
It
It really
absolutely is.
is.
That
It
movie hits,
definitely
man.
is. And we got this right here, which is like if you blink and you miss this one, man. But if you see, there's a card.
Is that the McFarlane card?
No, that's the Jim Lee Superman classic
No,
cover.
it's
And if you
that's
look
the
at the bottom of the bulletin board, it's there on the bulletin board, like I think behind someone's desk at the Daily Planet.
look, that's the McFarlane card.
Is it actually the McFarlane card?
That's the McFarlane card. I have that card. That's the McFarlane card.
Well,
I
that's so.
have that figure. And look, because if you look, I don't know if you can blow it up just a little bit, because you know how the McFarlane is blue and white at the bottom with the name like that.
Let me see if I can
Oh shit!
maximize this
Do I
thing.
have to go get my McFarlane cards?
No, you don't. I try. Let me see. I'm trying to blow it up. Mm,
Did you just pinch it? Is your screen touchscreen?
yeah.
Yeah, just pinch it.
Oh, I went back to the wrong one. Excuse me. Sorry. This is my first time working with a. I hate this, Chris. I hate this Dell. No, I don't hate Dell. Dell, if you want to, if you want to sponsor,
Yeah, sponsors. We need help.
please sponsor us. All right.
That's the McFarlane card, Lawrence.
That does look like they have McFarlane's car. Well, maybe Jimmy collects toys.
You know,
Why wouldn't there be a Superman action figure?
right?
Right? Like why wouldn't there be? Um, let me see. Kevin, what you got to say? Will the audience show up and support DC Studios at the box office?
Yeah.
Honestly, I hope so because there's a lot of people online that are hating this film so tough before it came out. And superhero fatigue, I'm sorry, Chris, it's a.
Look, you're right. It's a real thing, but we're talking about Superman here. You freeze. Lawrence just dropped off. Looks like it's me by myself. But yeah, superhero fatigue is a real thing, but this is Superman we're talking about. We're not talking about some rando. We're talking about Superman. So
We
I
are
don't think
talking about Superman, Chris.
I know, but I'm saying the fatigue is a thing, but I don't know if the fatigue applies to Halo characters.
But I don't know if he is. I think he is to us, but to a
Come
lot of
on,
kids growing up, he's
Super,
not. He's not.
Spider-Man, Superman, Batman.
Not Superman. I'm telling you. Because
Uh,
if you go to a toy store or if you go to like a party city, you look for like party stuff,
right.
you'll see Superman, you'll see Spider-Man, you see Batman. You won't see a lot of Superman stuff.
Mm.
Maybe more now because we have a film coming out, but Superman isn't like
Not right now. Wait.
he's not what he was. I remember years ago, probably like 15 years ago, Shay was
Yeah.
trying to do a surprise birthday party for me. And she got cupcakes and she was like, I couldn't find Superman cupcakes.
Huh.
Because he's not like think about it. The, the first Superman cartoon series since Superman the animated series came out like 2 years ago. How many years? How many more Spider-Man and Batman cartoon series
That's
have we
true.
had?
We've had consistent. Do you remember the whole? Remember in the '90s the whole "Don't mess with the S" marketing campaign?
That's when Superman was at the height. So I hope people turn out. I bring up superhero fatigue because I think people are one when you get too much of just one thing, there's a problem. So I don't think there's too many superhero movies. There's just not enough other movies coming out.
It- I think it's asking a lot of non-fans to really buy into a completely connected universe. Number one,
Yeah,
so it's tough. So I look at people like my wife, where we saw Thunderbolts. If you didn't watch Falcon Winter Soldier, you have no idea what the hell's going on.
right.
So you have to ask for it. And a lot of times too is I think the fatigue comes from secondary B and C characters getting movies where
But that's
people are like,
that's the whole MCU.
well, that's why I think could cause the fatigue. Is like I'm seeing these guys like Morbius. I don't who the hell care. You know what I'm saying?
But Iron Man's not an A character, or at least he wasn't.
No, but
Guardians
yeah,
is a C.
yeah.
Captain America, outside of comic books, is an A.
True, true, but I think it comes into effect too. Is if something is made extremely well, I think you can take a C character, it could transcend to become something if the content is that good.
Well,
So
let me ask you then. If you, no matter how good your movies are, at the end of the day, a superhero movie for the most part is you have a good guy, he has to stop a bad guy. Most of the time, he does stop the bad guy.
right,
So when you get that over and over, no matter how good it is, and that's all you're getting, right? Because back in the day, you would get Pelican Brief would be a big movie coming out, right? Like you would have
right.
other Hunt of Red October would still you still had other big movies coming out that had nothing to do with action and superheroes. But if that's all you're getting in the movie theaters is just good guys versus bad guys, that'll probably it might get old.
So then it's not really superheroes' fault. It's all the other people make good movies of any other genres, so
They
that the super.
they won't fund them because this makes too much money.
Yeah.
Um, Let me show you something. So this, I mean, those are pretty much a lot of the Easter eggs that I thought were pretty fun. You know, like whenever they go into the world and show us that they're paying attention, it's always really cool, man. Um, but let's talk about the next trick because if you guys want to hear us, us gush on the Superman trailer, go check it out. We made that video like a few days ago where we gave our first thoughts on it, and we loved it.
Yep.
It gave me everything I needed in the Superman movie. I don't see how there's anything in this trailer. The film can still suck. I don't see how there's anything in this trailer that would lead anyone to believe it's not going to be a dope Superman movie. With the exception of if you don't like his costume, I'll give it to you. Like I don't mind. I like it, but they did take liberties, and if that's not your cup of tea, I'll give it to you. But everything else, I'm like,
But they gave you exactly what you needed. You have the correct blue, the correct red. You have an S. I mean, come on. Like, I'm not gonna be so hypercritical of it because oh his briefs are cut this way, they're not cut that way, or his belt has loose.
we grew up with the X-Men in black leather. Like we grew up, we
Exactly,
went through stuff.
exactly, exactly. So to see him in a comic book, you know, mostly accurate outfit, there's how many versions of the Superman suit? Like mom, collar, no collar, long hair, '90s, mullet Superman. Like we have a ton of them. So
But it really comes down to, and maybe it's just online, in a small vocal minority, but like the Snyder fanboys are crazy, and it's almost clickbait to destroy this. There's later I saw a post on Facebook, and it was like July 11th, we're gonna all watch Man of Steel and boycott this movie. Yeah,
why?
we're watching Henry Cavill's, and I'm like, y'all know there's a world where you can like enjoy both.
Oh, and that's what we talked about in our video. This isn't the Snyderverse. It's not trying
Mm-mm.
to be the Snyderverse. So why would you deprive yourself, especially if you're really a true fan? Why would you deprive yourself of the highest level content because it's different than what you've had in the past? Like
And like
it seems so stupid to me.
it's silly to me, and I think it's also like romanticizing rose-colored glasses. Like the Snyderverse didn't know what the Snyderverse was. You tell me Man of Steel's in the same world as Birds of Prey. Like it didn't know what it wanted to be.
Yeah.
Like it's still, if you're talking about the whole
I
universe,
forgot. I forgot Birds of Prey. I
yes,
did. I did pay money for that movie.
you did. I didn't mind it so much. Batman v Superman. The more I think about it, Chris, the more it actually don't make no sense. And do not talk about the extended cut.
Lawrence,
It does
it
not make any sense.
Lawrence. To be fair, Batman v Superman wasn't that great.
You said it. It
And
wasn't.
this is me. Like I remember being in the theater and watching, and they're doing like the origin story for Bruce Wayne where he falls down the well, and I'm like, why are we seeing this? Why are they wasting time on this portion when we have an established Batman? I remember thinking like, I'm waiting for. I was so excited for it. I'm waiting for it to. I remember when they announced the movie, and I'm waiting for it to get good. I'm waiting for it to get good, and it just never really got there for me. So
I didn't hate it upon watching, but for all the Snyder fanboys that are mad, it's like Zack Snyder threw Superman away. That should have been a Superman sequel. It shouldn't have been a shared movie. So like
no,
he didn't even give you a Man of Steel 2 because he wanted to focus on another character.
and I'm okay with it. I would have been okay with him doing Batman v Superman, but I don't know why we never got to Man of Steel 2. And that's the thing that I never understood why. I never understood why that opportunity, that low hanging fruit, was missed. I just lost you, Lawrence. Is that me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. My sound is working. I think that's you, brother. Did you bang that thing on your Mac again? I can't hear anything, man. That's because you're using a damn Dell. I'm looking at the sound gauge, and I see nothing for you. So while Lawrence figures out his technical issues, while he boots up his Apple, I'm just gonna tell you the problem I've always had with the Snyder people and these people that want to kill a movie. You guys are supposed to be fans, so I don't understand. Like you, if you're getting the content is getting made, support the content or don't support the content based upon legitimate merit. So if you don't like it, if you watched it, gave it a shot, and don't like it, that's fair. But for you to go in and be like, I hate this or I'm not doing this because it's
Do
not
you
this,
hear me?
yeah, now you're good.
Keep going.
Yeah, but if you're just hating it just to hate on it, first of all, get a girlfriend. Number two, this stuff is this. We're lucky to have all this content. Just enjoy it.
No apologies, etc. You know,
No, no,
you
you
got
should
life. You got
apologize.
life.
You should
Oh,
apologize.
you should apologize. You're right. You're right. Because it's one of those things where it's like you can't crap on a movie you haven't seen yet. That's why
Right.
I'll give you the costume. If you don't like the costume, fair. You saw it. You saw the movement. It's not your cup of tea. I didn't like Superman Returns costume. Hated it on sight. I'll give it to you. I didn't hate the movie because I didn't see it yet. Once I saw it, I didn't like it.
It was
But
boring. I never got. I still haven't gone through it to this day.
him catching that plane might be one of the best Superman sequences on film.
I'm gonna try
When he
again.
when he catches that, just watch that scene. It's fire.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind Batman v Superman, but
Oh,
it's like the Dark Knight Returns, right? The Frank Miller comic. It's a great Batman book. It's a terrible Superman book. Superman is terrible in that book.
Superman's a jerk. He's a patsy. He's a sucker. He's everything he's not. Right.
Right. So you
He's a
can't
puppet for the
use that
government.
book to inspire a Superman pseudo sequel to launch a universe. Because either Batman's going to be out of his mind, crazy, or Superman's going to be some patsy. So, like, you chose the wrong source material to use as a foundation, and it felt like they just wanted to get to evil Superman so bad.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
wanted to get to this guy's a threat, and everyone talks about the Snyderverse. Don't nobody talk about Jesse Eisenberg. Don't nobody talk about Lex Luthor that didn't work. Don't nobody talk about like the other things that didn't work. They just love Cavill. And I love Cavill too. But he's done. It's done. He's 42. Like we were robbed of a young Superman story of him figuring it out. We were robbed of it.
We were.
It is what it is. It's not
Blame
my
your boy
fault,
Snyder.
Chris. It's not your fault.
Not my fault. It's definitely not my
Well,
fault.
well, let's talk about something that's pretty tried and true. Can
All
we?
right. Let's
Because
go.
I mean, huh?
Let's go.
Well, I feel like there's nothing more consistent than Tom Cruise hanging out of an airplane.
Yo, this
Oh,
guy
etc.
is.
What you got to say? Lawrence, I agree with you. I couldn't stand Superman's suit, but I still saw the movie. Still a bad movie, but we can discuss that even. Well, I mean, yeah, Superman
At least you
Returns.
watched it though. That's the point.
Right.
You went out and you watched it, and you didn't base your judgment prior.
And etc. You did say on another video that you'll wait to see the reviews before you go see James Gunn's Superman movie, and that disappoints me. That disappoints me. You need to be there July 11th. We need to see this thing, and if you hate it, we'll talk about it. If I hate it, I'll talk about it. But we can't read other people's opinions.
No.
Like, come on. Come on. Anyway, Tom Cruise hanging out this trailer was pretty dope. I know it came out a little bit ago, but like in universe, Ethan has become like an icon. And
Oh
we
yeah.
and we saw him with each movie create this kind of John Wick boogeyman legendary status. Because he
Right.
didn't have it in the first or second movie.
Well, he was a ghost before, and then now he's become like this legend. He's Baba Yaga.
He really is. But we got to
Yeah.
see it. We got to see it actually happen. Like with each exploit, it's just even more. And I hope, Chris, I hope that it's not like the last James Bond movie. Spoiler alert. Like, if this is the final Mission Impossible movie ever, do not kill this guy off. I will be
Yeah.
really upset. Do not kill this guy off. Let him ride off into the sunset with his wife. Let him be.
I agree. I'm gonna see it though. I like the movie.
Oh, I gotta see it. He's hanging out of a helicopter. He's hanging out of an
Come on, man.
airplane.
Come on, man.
I mean, Mission Impossible, even if it doesn't do what you want to do, it does
It does what
exactly
you
what you
does. It
want.
does
It does
exactly. That's
exactly what you
exactly
want
what
it
you
to
wanted
do.
to do. Exactly.
Man, okay, next up. Yo, so it's funny we talk about superhero fatigue, right?
Right.
And we're like, maybe these deep cuts are too much. But then we get a deep cut. We get a deep cut.
So look,
This is crazy. Like, this is crazy that
this
this
is
is even
made.
happening.
This is made for Nicolas Cage. Number one. This is Cage at his cagiest. I will say this. I felt like we saw his performance in Spider-Man Noir in the first Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was watching the trailer, I don't know if it was the way the trailer was edited or what, but I felt like the exposition and the gravitas wasn't there for me when he was doing like the
You didn't hear that like 1920s
yeah, and I
detectives.
I did hear it in Nicolas Cage, but I felt like it felt phoned in, and then I'm just I'm just I'm just gonna blame that on editing because we know Nicolas Cage in this role is this is for Cage, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna give it a shot and see
We
how it
gotta
is.
watch it. I mean,
Yeah,
this is one of those things that should never have happened. Like, why are we getting a Spider-Man noir series? Like, this is crazy. I love it. But it's one of those things where
it's either gonna be terrible or it's gonna be amazing. It's not. It's not gonna
who's
be. It's not gonna be
who's
a
the
middle.
audience? Like, because when you think about it, he was in a cartoon movie, what, 6 or 7 years ago. He wasn't even in the sequel.
Mm-mm.
So for the audience to follow this thing that looks nothing like Spider-Man, they didn't even like use Spider-Man tropes to like
No,
connect. connected to the fact that this is Spider-Man.
I mean, you see a couple things. He does mention the spider. You see him swinging like twice, but mostly it's just a noir detective story that
Right.
happens to have Spider-Man.
And stylized like Sin City.
Yeah, which is
So,
cool. Which is cool.
and I wonder if like this is canon. Like if this is the Spider-Man noir we saw get sucked up into the multiverse. Like is it connected to Miles or is it a standalone thing disconnected? Because it's on Prime, which is interesting.
Yeah, so it would be really cool for them to like wink and nod, but I don't need a tight connection to Miles Morales. But it would be cool for him to like mention the multiverse. Like, okay, he understands the multiverse exists, but okay, I'm home and I'm dealing with the problems at home.
Well, I feel like that would be the link for people to see this who might have forgotten about him in the first
Right.
Spider-Verse movie. That was a long time ago. It's very odd that it's even happening. I'm excited. I'm a comic book fan, but I wonder how the general ask your wife. Like I wonder how like regular audience members or
She
regular
saw it
TV
and
viewers
she was confused about it. She's like, "Wait, what is this?"
why. That's what I'm saying. Like I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
but not in like a curious way. In a I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Right. What is this
um,
supposed to be? What is?
what is
Yeah.
this supposed to be? Um, So yeah, but I'm excited for it, man. We got another trailer, which is very interesting, and people are jumping to all kinds of
Look,
conclusions.
play it because I have some strong opinions on it. I think I know what the one you're
Wait,
talking
am I
about.
am I bringing? I'm bringing this up
Oh
right
no,
now.
no, no. Okay, 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 okay,
No, no, I know you, John. That's gonna be yeah, that's
okay.
coming after this. But this Peacemaker trailer, it opens up with him sitting in front of Maxwell Lord's Justice Leagues or Justice Gang or whatever they're going to be called.
Yep.
But it seems as though he is wanting to be a part of them based off of the exploits in season one.
It's Deadpool. It's
But
Deadpool,
season
man.
one, most of it doesn't exist because that's the Snyderverse.
It's true. It's true.
So we're learning what exists and what doesn't
But
exist. So
it's
maybe we'll
opening up
get a.
just like Deadpool. Now I'm gonna join a team. I'm gonna be a team player now, and look what I did. I saved the world. Don't I earn my spot? And
But what universe is this?
don't know.
The world he saved was in the Snyderverse. Remember, Aquaman showed up, and the Flash, and Wonder Woman, and Superman showed up.
But what James Gunn did say was that the parts that are canon are the parts that he acknowledges.
Well, if you remember the end of the trailer, where Peacemaker walks through some door and you see this image, another Peacemaker's like, "Who the f are you?"
Right,
Some
right.
fans are speculating that our Peacemaker from the Snyderverse walks into the Gunverse
All right.
and almost takes the spot, replaces the Gunverse Peacemaker. Like Snyderverse Peacemaker comes in, maybe kills this guy, and takes his place in this new universe.
It's like Fox and Marvel. It's like Deadpool, man.
No, no. I'm talking about multiverse stuff.
I know, but it's very much like there's a lot of similarities to Deadpool. From if the theory holds well, if the theory is true.
We'll
But
see.
I'm down. Peacemaker is season one was great,
Great.
and John Cena is fantastic. And the guy that is like has so little self awareness, but he has such a inflated sense of self. He plays that role so well, and
Mm-hmm.
I just enjoy him in it so much. So I'm down.
Yo. Uh all right. Let's talk about some hard hitting stuff real quick. Where are you? Where is this image? Because might be what you're talking about. Because unfortunately, the Snyder boys ain't they're not the toxic ones in the fan community.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
So we got a Ironheart trailer that dropped. We knew there's going to be an Ironheart series for quite
That's
some
been
time.
that's been in like production delays for a while, right? Keeps
But
getting
we also
pushed.
had like Armor Wars. There was a lot of like reconfiguring
Oh,
the
we were
phases of
was
Marvel.
Armor Wars supposed to be a series or a movie? A series,
I c-
right?
I can't even remember at this point, but that's not happening. At least not right now. And we have Riri Williams. and her series is Ironheart. And yo, there is people are hating on her and hating on this series to the point like it's disgusting. Like I'm almost like, let's just get rid of all superhero content. Like we don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. Let's just get rid of
So
it.
I'm gonna tell you this. I wasn't excited about this, and I watched the trailer, and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna."
She's what I mean, like she's not. It's not a woke. Even I
It's
hate
not.
that term.
No, you're
Like
right.
she exists in the comics.
Exactly, exactly. Riri Williams is a black woman in the comics. She's a black woman on screen. Why are you upset about her? She's not replacing anyone. She's not. She's not rewriting your fake stuff that we all made up. Like she exists the way she exists.
Yeah,
So where are you on your soapbox? This is not Snow White where you have a Colombian playing Snow White, and you guys feel like you have a leg to stand on to be to feign outrage.
and I can't even get down with that. Y'all tripping about some 1930s, 20s cartoon.
Oh my goodness.
But here, like, no one came for Haley Steinfeld in the Hawkeye series
No.
when she was replacing Hawkeye. No one came for her. Where was the smoke then? I hear nobody come for freaking Florence Pugh, obviously, who's the new Black Widow. Like, why are y'all coming for her for Riri for a specific reason? Because I heard people come for freaking Sam Wilson,
Of
but
course.
everybody still wanted Bucky. Bucky makes no sense in this universe to be Captain America. He was an assassin. I'm starting to see in the way they hated on Sam Wilson becoming Cap. It's like there's a theme here, Chris, is what I'm
Look,
trying to say.
look. If you're not shucking and jiving and yes, master, no, master, yes, sir, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
And Riri Williams, if done right. Now the show can suck. If the show sucks, the show sucks. But
Yeah.
obviously she doesn't. She's in the comics, and Tony Stark was going to be a rich, successful philanthropist no matter what.
No
Because
matter
his
what.
daddy was rich. His daddy was rich. Riri, we get to see someone with a Tony Stark-like intellect, but not have the resources. So it just gives us a different story. It's an
Right.
interesting story to me. I don't know, man. And Tony
Oh,
died. It's not like they replaced Tony.
and
Tony died in the most heroic possible way ever.
Lawrence, this movie is called Iron Heart, not Iron Woman, not Iron Man. It's Iron Heart because she is her own person and she's her own character. And this false sense of outrage needs to stop. You guys find a girlfriend, please.
That's the
Please.
hot Cheetos off your
Dust the
shirt.
Cheetos off your
Put the
shirt,
put the
let
put
some
the
light in, throw away the chicken tendies, go out in the streets and just live your
chicken
life, man.
tendies. But it's kind of crazy, man. And you have to imagine you're an actress, a black actress. Never in your freaking bingo card did you think or probably imagine you play a superhero. Probably wanted to, but you're probably like, that's probably not in my cards. They all look like this. And now you're cast as one, established in Black Panther, get your own series. And it's one thing if people hate the series, if people don't like your performance, that sucks, but it is what it is. But when people are just hating on it because
And because
you're
we know,
because your gender and color of your skin, like they haven't even seen it yet to hate it.
no,
Hunter Iggy, what is going on?
what up, what up? And we talk about superhero fatigue, right? Everyone complains about superhero fatigue. So they give us stories told from different points of views, from different kinds of people that will give us some diversity. I'm not talking about woke. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about different people see the world differently, have a different type of story. So it gives us a different type of story, and you guys are complaining. So
Right.
what do you want? What
So
do you
we have
want?
we have a Man of Steel that deviates from the property and people are angry. We have James Gunn make a Superman movie that stays close to the property and people are angry. People are tired of the MCU doing the same old thing. So then we get a black woman without resources creating her own suit of armor. And they're complaining here too. It's like we're at the point, Chris, where this all needs to go away and this needs to be like 1995 again. They get nothing.
Well, that's what I think that's what we're getting to is that no matter what you do, you're gonna have this vocal minority that's gonna just throw temper tantrums on their keyboard every time some content comes out. And I want to ask these guys like, if we were to get these guys, if we were to take a sample, what do you want? What is it that you want? You want to watch the same movie over and over and over again, or do you want new content, different content?
And the rose-colored glasses. We all gonna sit here and act like Iron Man 2 and 3 was works of art,
Oh my goodness,
masterpieces.
Iron Man 3 was one of the worst Marvel movies ever made.
Like we have these romanticized notions, and a lot of these fanboys are probably like 30, so like they're probably kids when Iron Man 1 came out. So then for us, for me and you, Iron Man 1 still feels kind of like a new superhero movie, but for them it's nostalgia, right?
Right. We
How
go
crazy is
back to
that?
Batman '89 for.
Right, that's our for is their nostalgia, so they're not even seeing like it needed to be improved upon. And I don't know, dude. I'm watching this. I might just have it
First of all,
replay like crazy just to get the views.
so Ryan Coogler does a fantastic job of like not just capturing the character, but capturing the. He almost uses the setting as another character in the story,
Yeah.
and I find it interesting the way he takes things. And I find it. I mean, look, I wasn't excited for this content not because she was a woman or not because of anything. I just wasn't that excited about it because it's not a figure. It's not a action figure, an act, a superhero that I cared about that much. But
Right.
after watching the trailer, I was like, oh, this thing could be
I said, okay.
dope.
The
Yeah.
the bad guy with the cloak. I'm like a little like, okay. I don't know. Not him. I love the actor. Just like it's hard to create something so grounded, and I can suspend my disbelief around the suit of armor. I still feel like she built it. But when I start seeing other elements, then I'm like, it's supposed to be grounded. Does this cape have powers? That's what I'm kind of like. That's why I struggled with last season's Daredevil. Wait, did you finish it yet?
No, I did not
What
finish
is
it.
wrong with it? It's good. It's
I
really
know it's
good.
good. I know it's good. I
There's
know it's good.
moments.
I know. I
What
know.
are you
I was saving
doing?
it. I was saving it for travel. I got a trip coming up.
You're saving Daredevil. Chris, we don't save Daredevil for travel. We watch it immediately. That's not one of those you save for travel. Love, Death, and Robots you watch while you travel.
Love Death and Robots is easy because you can digest it in 5 to 15 minutes.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
Um, what else do I have here? Yo, okay. So let's end these pictures off on a note. I want to share some stuff with you. This is exciting for us. I don't care if anybody else cares. They can blow it out of their backsides for all I care, Chris. Because this is for us. It's for no one else. And it just is what it is. This is for us.
Oh yes, please. Yes, please.
He-Man, bro.
Look at the
We got
sword.
we got official pics of Tila. That is Tila next to He-Man. What are your thoughts?
I think it looks cool. I'm
I think it
down,
looks
man.
great. It's
Yeah.
interesting though, like looking at her costumes, she kind of has like I don't know what the gun is, but the handle's like a kind of like a classic revolver.
It's like a Colt. Yeah, it looks like an old Colt.
But who
Look,
knows what the base could be like? What do they call it? Like prehistoric science fiction. Like where
yeah,
it's made to look old, but it's technology we've never seen before.
yeah.
But
So
it's made
it's
to
almost
look
it's like a step. It's like steampunk but older.
right.
Yeah.
Um, and I think they got. I mean, this is 2025. She's not going to run around in underwear like she did in the the cartoon.
Right.
But, no,
Right.
but He-Man might. So if anybody's upset about that, you're gonna get some Bojangles.
I know. There you
Uh,
go.
but look at, I mean, if this doesn't scream Adam and Tila, I don't know what does. And that
Right.
sword, yo, let me show you this picture,
The sword looks official.
dude. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need. Here's the image of him. Well, I'm gonna show you another image of He-Man and Tila, so you can get a better look at her suit. And then I'll show you another image of the sword, which is just
And I like that
Yeah.
he has a pink shirt with the white underneath it, just like Prince Adam did.
Right. And Tila looks good. And she looks like she got some muscle on her too.
Yeah.
Now, this might be my next hunting and buying. Because, Chris, how can you continue to go on as a geek and not have this mounted on your wall, sir?
Let me see. I know,
Sir,
man. I
sir,
know.
sir,
I know. I know.
sir. Can you
Yes.
imagine? How do we not have this?
I know. I know.
I'm about to go to Etsy right now.
Dude, I'm gonna
How do
try
we
and
not
make. I'm
have
gonna
that?
try and print one.
Can you? That
I
big?
can. Yeah, I can. It'll be in parts, but I can.
Bro, can
So
you
hold on.
imagine?
I'm out. Come on, inside. Inside. Come on.
Let me know what y'all think about this.
Go inside. Inside crypto.
But all right, and I'm not gonna show a picture because I'm never doing this on Adele again. But we did get news that Jessica Jones will be jumping into Daredevil
I
season 2.
saw that. I saw that.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk too much about it because you haven't even seen Daredevil season 1, so we're just going to leave it
Leave it there. Okay.
right there. Um, but that's kind of all the news I got. Just a bunch of trailers, and I'm really excited for all of them. It's going to be a good summer.
It is gonna be a good summer.
So we got The Boys coming back. We got Spider-Man Noir, Mission Impossible, Superman, Fantastic Four. Like if you're a geek and you're complaining, I wish they can like have our childhood. But we didn't
Right?
get anything.
No, we didn't. We didn't. Come on, man. We live with the rumor of X-Men movies for 15 years.
Wizard Magazine doing fan
Yes,
casting.
exactly, exactly.
Dude, Love, Death, and Robots. I fell asleep through a few of them, not because they were bad, because I was tired, so I got to go back and watch. Is it odder this season?
It is. It's always a little bit odd, but I felt like it was a lot repetitive. They did the mini world again. They did some of the stuff. They went back to not the same stories, but a lot of the same themes that they did in the previous season.
But even within
It's
the
a
same season, we have like alien invasion in the same season. I know it's done very differently.
yeah, it is. It's a different take on the same premise, but it was alright. I mean, I liked it. I felt like nothing is as impactful as that first season was,
Mm.
but it's still a good watch. It was a good time. There were some of them
It's,
where I was like,
what's your
that, that,
favorite one?
uh, I like the one with Zeke. Zeke finds religion, the World War II one.
That one had me on the edge of my seat.
That one was dope.
I was on the edge of my seat, like, yo, and violent.
Yes.
I like that one a lot. I
Yeah,
like that one a lot.
my least favorite one. I wasn't crazy about the appliance one, even though they had a bunch of famous people in it, like Kevin
Oh, I
Hart
thought
did
it
a
was
voice.
cute.
Yeah, you know which
That
one I
was
dug?
cute.
You know which I didn't say it was terrible.
I
I
didn't
just
like the
didn't like
first one.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers one.
Aren't they just performing?
Yeah, but
I didn't even
I don't
finish
even
it.
like Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool.
It's nothing. There's no story. It's just like they're just performing.
Well, I don't
Right?
know
Did I
how
miss
that.
something?
Yeah, no, you didn't miss anything. I don't know how that falls into Love, Death, and Robots though.
Why do you like it so much?
I don't know. It was fun.
You don't even like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I don't.
I skipped it. I'm like, is this all there is? I'm out.
And then the director was someone really like big time director that set it up.
I don't blame the director. It's just the idea of it. I'm sure they executed the idea well. It's just I don't
Yeah,
need to watch an animated Red Hot Chili Peppers in concert. I don't
fair.
know why you like this so much.
I don't know why I liked it so much either, but I thought it was cool.
You like it better than I thought the appliance one was charming. You like that one better than the
I like that
appliance
better than
one?
the appliance one.
Why?
The appliance one I found it boring. You know my biggest cardinal sin? Just don't be boring. I found the appliance one boring.
'Cause you got hip to the joke and you're like, okay, already.
Yeah.
But I don't like Red Hot Chili Peppers like that. And neither do
I don't like.
you.
I don't either.
So how did
I
that
don't.
not bore you? Is what I'm
I
trying
don't
to figure
know.
out.
I don't know. But I liked that. I liked Dingleberry Jones,
Which one was that?
the
I
cat
might
who
have fell
was
asleep with on that
Oh,
one.
it's the cat who uses the cat has this sense of like superiority where he's in charge of everything, and then he uses their personal assistant robot to kind of take over the world. It reminded me very much
That
of
was
him.
this season.
Yeah.
I fell asleep, bro. And then Netflix, the episodes gonna keep running.
Yeah, let's keep running. I get it.
What was crazy is like the little people, the little planet, like like the bird's eye view.
Yeah, I like that.
When that dude was like milking that cow, I'm like, wait, what is he doing?
Yeah,
I was like, what
and
is he
yeah,
about to do?
that got real adult real fast.
And you don't like when it gets that adult with your
No, but yeah, but you can't really see nothing. So I get when it's supposed to be funny, and I'm not seeing gratuitous like animated nudity.
really like when they bent him over in the spaceship and had the that wasn't gratuitous animated.
Nah, because it's supposed to be funny and
Or when the guy came out of the adult club and was like, me next, me next.
that was funny.
That's okay. As long as it's funny.
As long as it's funny, but when it tries to be serious, and I'm like, what is
What
this
was he
content
trying to
for?
do with that cow?
You know what you're trying to do.
Who wrote this? Like that came out of somebody's imagination. Like, you know what he can do?
Yep, he can get behind this cow, go to work.
Dude, but I do love it. I love that one because it showed like I don't know what the theme was, but like war of any kind will destroy the universe. You're muted now, or am I muted?
No, I muted. I just called Sebastian. He wanted to show his Legos at the very end.
Okay, well, we're at the end. For those of you who don't know, Chris has a son named Sebastian. Every now and then he likes to show his toys. Bring him on.
I'm telling him to come right now. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Sebastian.
Wait, he can't hear you.
Oh,
Let me shut this off. Hold on. Let me just change my audio.
it's getting big.
Right? I
It looks
know.
like Viv now. It looks a lot like Viv.
Yeah.
You're gone, Chris.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sebastian, what's up?
What's up?
What's going on?
So, Lawrence, you still watching Drive to Survive?
It's been a while. I got to go back to it.
So, my favorite racing team, Red Bull, from
Yeah,
F1, have it right here.
that is
Look at
sick.
all my stuff. Stickers, everything.
Let me see. Hold it up. Put it center. That is sick. Yes, I've watched enough Drive to Survive to appreciate the Red Bull car.
Yeah, we've been watching the races. We've been into F1 in this house.
What season is that from? Because at one point they were like light blue metallic, and then they
No,
shifted.
this is
This is now.
last year's season. No, we're watching the races are happening right now. Like today, they raced in Italy, so we're watching the races live.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you like F1, Sebastian?
100%.
Yeah. There's a new F1 movie coming out.
He
with
saw Brad Pitt. He saw that's
Yeah.
another good movie coming out.
That's
And
another and a
Plus-
movie.
Movie.
plus, I want to be an F1 driver, and I already. Ooh,
He said that is sick. That would.
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you so much.
You want to be an F1 driver?
Yes. I already started with a go kart.
I love it.
Yeah.
Where I can drive it wherever I want.
How's your mom feel about him being an F1 driver?
Crashed it once. Got my foot all ripped up from
Wait.
an e-bike. Fell off.
It happens, all right.
Yeah, it happened. Road rash.
How'd your mom
It's
feel
my first
about the
one,
road
I got my
rash?
last.
Yep, that's right. It's his first injury, not his last.
How's his mother feel about this, Chris?
You know. That's what happened to your boys, though, man.
Hey, man, my Christian's hands are like calloused
Of
up.
course,
and
Christian's a
hanging and
freaking
swinging.
gymnast, man. He's training.
He is.
He's like Daredevil out there.
I'm training. Superhero training starts.
That's it.
That's what we're gonna do. Sebastian's the getaway driver.
Christian
Christian is like the dude that'll flip in and steal.
He pulls the job. Christian drops in through the sunroof,
and then Sebastian puts on his sunglasses.
and then Sebastian puts on the music.
But Sebastian waits And Christian's like, go. And he's like, I'm waiting. Then the cops get closer. Christian's like, go. I'm waiting. And the cops get really close. Now it's time to go. Just because so he can flex.
Yep.
Why don't we just create a whole movie with our son? We're not even in this one. We should do this for us.
We should.
We're
We'll
not
make,
even.
we'll make a cameo.
There we go. The OGs.
Exactly. At the end of the movie, it'll be you and I sitting against the car, like, I see you guys have come a long way.
Come a long way.
Yep.
That's really cool, Sebastian. How long did it take you to build it?
Probably like if I'm really into it, it'll take like one day. But if I'm not, like if I'm not, like I'm a little bit tired, I'll take like 2 days.
Okay. I like Red Bull. I think I like Ferrari.
Ferrari.
They got a good club,
Ferrari's good. Lewis Hamilton's on Ferrari now.
which is crazy.
Yep. He's not
Because
doing that good.
where I'm watching, he's not.
Yeah.
Yuki Tsunoda's not doing that good either.
Was Ferrari's not?
Yuki Tsunoda.
Oh, Yuki Tsunoda, the other guy in Red Bull.
Liam Lawson, they might take him out.
Is Red Bull still like the top 3? Top.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see what I think today. I think Verstappen. We didn't finish watching the race, but I think
It's
Verstappen.
Ferrari,
Oh.
McLaren, no Mercedes.
I hate
No,
McLaren.
McLaren. That's Sebastian's. He hates McLaren, but McLaren is killing it this season. Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris are
So who are the top?
taking
Who takes the podiums? Who are the podium takers?
it's been McLaren. It's been every once in a while it'll be Red Bull, but it's been McLaren and Mercedes. George Russell, who was Hamilton's partner, has been consistently on. He's had like 4 podiums this season.
Wait, so Ferrari may or may not take a podium?
They haven't got
Really?
Yeah. They're lucky if they get points.
Ferrari?
Sorry if you're
Ferrari.
a McLaren
When did this happen?
fan,
When
but
Homeboy
I
left?
just hate McLaren. They beat Red Bull. I just don't like it.
Things have changed. I'm watching Need for Speed, but I'm like year 2021.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's hard for me to imagine.
Yeah,
Ferrari
the balance
is
change.
like
When you're watching those early seasons, McLaren was like the worst,
yeah,
and now Zach Brown turned it around, baby.
because the other it was Mercedes,
Yep.
Ferrari, and
Lando Norris. Is
Mercedes, it was Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull.
Red Bull. Yeah, they were the 3 podium takers.
Lando Norris had a nickname. Is Lando No Wins?
Not anymore.
No.
I gotta catch up.
Yep.
All right, let's end this show. Sebastian,
No, just geeking.
just geeking out. It's a whole different show. It's a whole new show.
Oh.
Okay.
Still say, we still have a similar out. Thank y'all so much for watching. Just Geeking Out will be here every Sunday. We go live at 4:00. Check out the videos. We got unboxings. We got a whole bunch of stuff. And we'll be back same bat time.
Same bat channel.
Both.
Peace.